the stretch, hot. Mayer, shadow over there, tight on the line.
That was Pelletier, big stop.
Doing a mic check for Truro. Mic check for Truro at 18 minutes to post time. Sunday, the final race card of 2022. One more time, mic check, mic check.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Truro Raceway for the final race card of the 2022 race season here at Truro Raceway. The temperature today is 3 degrees Celsius under overcast skies. Today's track condition rated as good. Judges will allow 2 seconds for the track conditions. The card this afternoon is conducted under the rules and regulations of the Atlantic Provinces Harness Racing Commission. The senior judge this afternoon is Kevin Kroll. The associates are Alex Monroe and Mike Ellsworth. Here now with your program and equipment changes. First change in the second race. Race 2, number 6, I'm a Miracle, has been scratched sick. Race 2 scratched the 6, I'm a Miracle. And also in race 2, number 7, Pride of Paradise, has a bridle change, can't see back to closed. In today's third race, number 1, Glenview Ronda, driver change, make it Darren Crow. Darren Crow drives the 1 entry, Glenview Ronda in the third. Also in the third race, scratched 6 is number 4, Jack Flash is a Gas. Third race, scratch 4, Jack Flash is a Gas. Today's third race is the first leg in the Pick 5. There is a carryover today of $74 in the Pick 5. There is a mandatory payout in today's Pick 5. In the fifth race, number 1, Sunny Billion. Bridle change, closed to Swedish Blinds. Also in the fifth race, driver change for 6, Mighty Mouse, make it Andy Campbell. Andy Campbell picks up the drive on 6, Mighty Mouse in the fifth. In race 6, Andy Campbell also will drive the one entry Top of Her Trade. Sixth race, 1 Top of Her Trade, make the driver Andy Campbell. Scratched from race 6, sick is number 7, Mitch. Race 6, scratch the 7, Mitch. In the seventh race, Andy Campbell also picks up the drive on number 3, American Risk. And American Risk has a bridle change, closed to open, also adding side cheeks. That's in race 7, driver change 3, American Risk, make it Andy Campbell. And in the eighth and final, number 1, the General's Pride, now to be driven by Ryder Matthews Renison. Ryder Matthews Renison will do the driving on 1, the General's Pride in race 8. And scratched lame from the 8th race is number 6, Camco Willow. Scratch the 6, Camco Willow in race 8. Those are the changes to report thus far. Post time for the first race set for 12 p.m. The HOs are now open and selling.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our program provided by Universum Media from London, Ontario. Shannon Sugar Doyle with you for the afternoon broadcast. Of course, track announcer Joe Kelly calls the action. I'll be along for the ride with some commentary and some picks throughout the afternoon. 11 minutes to post time on race number 1 of 8. It's a busy day on my end. Of course, I was looking forward to joining you all for the Truro finale on the season. And just about 45 minutes after this race program finishes up, we'll go into a Sunday matinee here in London at the Raceway with the third annual Drivers Holiday Challenge in support of Toys for Tots. And if you have a chance, you can catch up with COSA TV to follow along. You can also watch and wager through HBI Bet on both this Truro race card and the Sunday matinee at the Raceway at Western Fair. So 10 minutes to post time on this afternoon's opener. As track announcer Joe Kelly mentioned, we're on a good track for the program. Racing officials have allowed a 2-second variant. Congratulations to the top horse, the hot horse for the month of November, Top of Her Trade. We'll see her on the rail midway through the program. The cool driver for the month, Darren Crow, put up some pretty good numbers through the month of November. He continues to roll on here into December. Neat deal this afternoon. We've got 3 old campaigners that have raced quite a bit over Truro through the years. Prince Adam, who will be racing with a rail advantage on this afternoon's program. He is 14, his final career start today. Electric Sill, another old hard knocker at 14 years of age. He will make his final career start today. And Name Monster. Name Monster. Not sure this one's in to go, but last race of her pari-mutuel career would have taken place there at Truro Raceway this season. So we're about 9 minutes then away from race number one. Another item that Joe Kelly mentioned, it's the pick five play starting up in race number three. There is a slight carryover, but it's well worth taking a look at. I wouldn't spend a whole lot of money on it because it's a mandatory payout. So the pool will be paying out regardless of if anyone goes 5 for 5 or not. So again, have a look. Races 3 through 7. Pick a winner or two for each race and play it, and you could be in for a pretty nice score. Again, it's the mandatory payout on the pick five play that begins in race number 3. And again, I wouldn't spend a whole lot of money to chase after it. The pool's got to go. It could be paying out on 3 of 5 winners. They'll take the pool and dish it out to any and all, selecting the winners from races 3 through 7. So have a look at that wager this afternoon. We're about 8 minutes away from race 1 of 8. It's the exacta try, win, play, show wager to start things up, and opening up as a favorite, number 5, Ultimate Twix. Darren Crow, trainee. Darren on board for the owner, breeder, Madonna Morrison, and had the win 2 back when going all the way. Roughed up in her latest, finishing 5th, still stayed on and finished with the field. One to consider for sure to start things up at the Truro Raceway. Glad you're with us again. Along for the ride, Sugar Doyle out of London for Universal Media Studios, Inc. out of Charlottetown. You're watching Truro Raceway with 7 minutes to post time. The post parade is next.
Horses are now on the track and on parade for today's first race. Here is the first race. Kevin Harvey Team Sales Post Parade. From Post 1 is Whistling Dixieland. Greg Monroe will drive for Dave and Craig Carey. Elvin Smith also co-owns. Salzburg Stables Incorporated and Dr. Jim Shive share the ownership of number 2 PH Jim. Carl Eisner aboard. Truckham from Post 3. Bernard McCollum for Tisha Symes. Andy Campbell owns and drives number 4 Barefoot Bud. Number 5 in the field is Ultimate Twix, owned by Madonna Morrison, Darren Crow in tow. Paul Angel will guide number 6 Rojo Mo for Sandy Baird and the Rojo Group. And for Post 7, Lions in front has Ernie Laffin in charge for Michelle Patrickin. That's the field for the first. Only 3 minutes to post.
There you have it, folks. The first of 8 Kevin Harvey Team Sales Post Parades for this Sunday matinee at the Truro Raceway. Happy to be along for the ride here. The final race program of the season at Truro Raceway. Getting a look at my top selection. A first-time starter here for Salzburg Stables Inc. and Dr. Jim Shive, PH Jim, with Carl Eisner on board. The qualifier, the 2 qualifiers, both saying this one is good to go. He's paced some quick final quarters. His most latest, 29 flat on the end. And if you look through the program lines, there's not a horse in this opener showing that kind of speed on the end. It appears number 2, PH Jim, could be good to go here at first asking. 5-2 currently. Third choice, nice price. Number 5, Ultimate Twix. She continues to take the action here. She opened up as a fave. She's the current fave at 8-5 with Darren Crow. Darren Crow, the cool driver for the month of November. Topping the standings here as we wind down the Truro Raceway meet for 2022. Gets a great shot on board. This Pang Shui filly for owner breeder Madonna Morrison. Always in the hunt, had that maiden victory 3 back, then just missed 2 starts ago, and then got roughed up in her latest. There was no room available at the inn for Ultimate Twix last time out. Maintaining 8-5 fave status here. And a Universal Media Inc., of course, Atlantic Canada's harness racing provider, providing all the action from maritime harness racing tracks across the Atlantic provinces. One more to consider here, number 4. This is Barefoot Bud, runner-up finisher. Last time out, great check getter in the lightly race career. It's another son of Pang Shui here. 3 years, owned by Andy Campbell. Andy does the training. Andy's on board. And Andy's got quite a few bullets on this afternoon's race card, including his old campaigner, being Prince Adam, who we'll see make his final career start, pari-mutuel-wise, during this program. Great to see Andy Campbell back on board the horses here at Truro. Is one of my favorite drivers. We've missed him in 2022 on a number of occasions. He goes back on board for a shot with number 4, Barefoot Bud, here in the opener. Final call for wagers, race 1 at Truro. Starting car rolling into position here. It's the first of 8 for the Truro 2022 season finale. They're getting set to go postward. The favorite continues to be number 5, Ultimate Twix here. There is still time. You would have to hurry.
It's first race post time. The Home Hardware Building Center starting gate is now moving. Race number 1 of the afternoon, top of the stretch, has Whistling Dixieland. PH Jim, Truckham, Barefoot Bud, Ultimate Twix, Rojo Mo, and Lions in front. They are off and pacing away quickly in the center. That is Barefoot Bud, also moving on alertly. That is Truckham, and down at the rail, Whistling Dixieland. They're battling for the early lead. Off stride at the rail went Whistling Dixieland. Truckham will inherit top spot as they race by the opening 8th. Up for second now on the outside is Barefoot Bud. Then driving up to third, that's PH Jim. The 4th away as they continue on through the backstretch is Ultimate Twix. Then back to Rojo Mo, followed by Lions in front. And out the back of the field now after the first turn break is Whistling Dixieland. They're single file as they arrive at that opening panel. They're led up front by Truckham out there by a length and a quarter. Pocket sitting is Barefoot Bud. Now closing that gap third is a PH Jim. Followed in 4 by Ultimate Twix. 5th in line, that's Rojo Mo. Back in 6, Lions in front. Back down pacing, but gapped out at the back of the field is Whistling Dixieland. 31 seconds was the opening panel. On through the lane now as they near the half. Truckham is the leader. Now pulling the pocket is Barefoot Bud up to challenge. Picking up the cover on the limb is PH Jim in 3. Ground-saving trip on the inside. That is Rojo Mo moving up into 4. 5th outside and 3rd over is Ultimate Twix. Then back to Whistling Dixieland now trailing as Lions in front. They arrived at the half in 1:03 and 2 onto the backstretch for the final time. And Truckham is still the boss. 3 parts of a length outside. Barefoot Bud braves it first over. Inside, locked in the pocket is Rojo Mo 3rd. Now tipping 3 high PH Jim from 4. On down the backstretch, they approach 3/4. They are 3 wide with Truckham still holding the lead just by a neck. Outside, Barefoot Bud second. 3 high, PH Jim is 3rd. Inside, Rojo Mo will need room from 4. 5th and moving off the rail is Ultimate Twix. Back in 6 is Lions in front. They're midway around the final turn. 1:34 and 4 was to 3/4. Truckham clings to the lead. Barefoot Bud relentless on the outside. Less than an 8th to come as they move off the top turn. Still out there 3 high. That's PH Jim. They straighten out for the payoff. And Barefoot Bud looks to take over. And Truckham on the inside. Far outside, PH Jim in the passing lane. Rojo Mo, but Barefoot Bud will prevail. Looks like PH Jim up for second. Mile and 2:05.
And how's that for coming off the bench? Driver Andy Campbell hops up on board the 4. Barefoot Bud and guts 1 out for the victory. Barefoot Bud traveled first up from the half mile on. The newcomer, the rookie, number 2, PH Jim, on for the deuce. It appeared number 3, Truckham. Stayed on for third over 6 Rojo Mo. No doubt about this winner, though. Barefoot Bud, clearly the best in the opener, and he's going to win at a juicy 4-1. They went through fractions over the good going 31, 103 and 2, 134 and 4, and a fine final quarter there 30 and 1 over a track with a 2-second variant. It's going to be Barefoot Bud returning for his first career winner's circle photo. Andy Campbell, the owner and driver, also the breeder of this son of Pang Shui out of Barefoot Contessa. Andy does it all, owning, training, and driving Barefoot Bud to his maiden victory in the mild upset in race 1, 4-1 on the board. Congratulations.
Back in the winner's enclosure, the winner of today's first race, number 4 in your program, Barefoot Bud, a 3-year-old brown gelded son of Pang Shui. Son of the Western Terrier Dam, Barefoot Contessa, owned, bred, trained, and driven by Andy Campbell. Barefoot Bud, winning for the first time in 8 lifetime starts. Barefoot Bud pacing in 2:05 flat. First race is official. 1 Whistling Dixieland finished 7th. 2 PH Jim was 2nd. 3 Truckham 3rd. 4 Barefoot Bud the winner. 5 Ultimate Twix 5th. 6 Rojo Mo finished 4th. And 7 Lions in Front was 6th. Fractions were 31, 103 and 2, 134 and 4 in the mile in 2:05 flat. Top down, your card is 723 1546. 4-2-3 try in race 1, $182.40. The 4-2 exactor, $21.60. Up next, races 2 and 3. The early daily double in race 2. Number 3, I'm a Miracle, has been scratched sick, and there is a bridle change on 7, Pride of Paradise. Can't see back to closed. Third race, second half of the early double. Driver change on 1, Glenview Rhonda, make it Darren Crow. And scratched sick from the third race is number 4, Jack Flash is a Gas. Second race post is in less than 9 minutes.
Name Monster pouring it on here for Langell. Off the top turn, bringing him on home. Name Monster has him by 7, maybe 8 lengths through the stretch, right down to the wire. He's all shut down, cooled out. It's Name Monster here in the 10th to win it.
3/4 in 126. They straighten out for the stretch drive, and they're all chasing Name Monster. It's Name Monster winning it easily here in the third race.
130 was the 3/4. They straighten out into the lane on the inside, and grabbing the lead is a Name Monster, and a Name Monster with the upset victory. Turn is Electric Sill. Second now Camco Willow. Real Big is pacing along in 3. Electric Express is 4th. On down the lane they come. They're not going to catch Electric Sill. He reports home. A 2
Off the top turn and straight now for the stretch drive. It's Electric Sill widening the lead out of 5, 6 expanding lengths. It's all Electric Sill here in the finale.
29 and 3/4. And Electric Sill off of the 3 wide path looks to take over as they straighten out down the lane. It's Electric Sill now with the lead. On the inside, Amalooker 2 trying to fight back, but Electric Sill 4 in a row for Todd Treitz. Horses entering the track for today's second race. One Prince Adam has been delayed in post parade. From post 2, Time Old Charmer. Bruce McGeen will do the driving for Paisley McCollum. Number 3 is Dinger 2, owned by Henry Smallwood. Kenny Parker will do the driving. Gary Romeo at the lines of number 4, Oak Rock Eldorado for owner Caden Romeo. Post 5 belongs to Crafty Example, owned by Mona Legg and driven by Ernie Laffin. Number 6 has been scratched. Number 7 is Pride of Paradise, owned and driven by Robbie Smallwood. Robbie shares ownership with Cyril Harvey. Now on parade is the number 1 entry, making his final career start, 14-year-old gelding Prince Adam, owned by Caitlin Wesley, trained and driven by Andy Campbell. That's the Kevin Harvey Team Sales second race post parade with post time in 4 minutes.
There we go. Thanking Kevin Harvey Team Sales being on board, the official sponsor of Truro Raceway's post parades through the 2022 season. Visit KevinHarveyTeamSales.com for more info on Kevin's operation. It's the second race, up and coming, looking at Prince Adam, looking at Andy Campbell to come right back in here. Wonderful to see Andy back in the winner's circle. You know, he was very busy through the 2021 season at the Truro Raceway. I became a big fan. I hadn't seen him much this season over Truro, so coming off the bench to win the opener, and here he'll try to come right back on board his old campaigner, Prince Adam, for Caitlin Wesley, the 14-year-old son of Real Artist, making his final pari-mutuel start, gets that rail advantage to work with. He was on board last week. Ernie Laffin sent him right down the road, took no prisoners, just missing second, finishing third. It was one of the more enjoyable races on the day. I love seeing the old campaigners compete, and he was taking no prisoners last time out. Andy Campbell, training and driving, number 1, Prince Adam, Caitlin Wesley on the ownership line. The 44-time winner tries for his 45th in his final pari-mutuel start. Best of luck. Here's Kerry Romeo Jr. on board the 4 Oak Rock Eldorado. I always mention, when the track's off a bit, I like to give a little bit more love to the free-legged pacers. And this is what we have in Oak Rock Eldorado, 12-year-old Warrior. Been drawing poorly over Truro, but a much improved post today, leaving from the center. Oak Rock Eldorado, does have that early speed factor to work with, should Romeo choose to go that angle, but he doesn't have to be on the lead to compete with these. He's been coming from off the pace, as mentioned, drawing poorly in recent starts. A much improved post here, and that is likely why he gets favorite status right now. Oak Rock Eldorado. He's a 40-time winner. 12-year-old son of Ram Baron. Those Ram Barons most always got better with age. Still time, 1 minute. And speaking of coming off the bench to drive, here's Bruce McGeen right back this week. He was in action last week and got the victory aboard number 2, Time Out Charmer. Draws an inside post with the Charmer this time around. Bruce McGeen lightly racing in the bike through 2022, but he's back with us on this Truro season finale, and he'll get a shot with number 2, Time Out Charmer in here. Right now, the price is right at 10-1. Close to your final call here. Race 2, horses getting set to line up. Heavy favorite continues to be number 4, Oak Rock Eldorado here at 3-5. And then you've got the 1, Prince Adam, in his final career start, pari-mutuel wise, at 2-1.
Field for today's second race. Now moving up behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. It's post time. Second race of the afternoon, top of the stretch has Prince Adam, Time Old Charmer, Dinger 2, Oak Rock Eldorado, Crafty Example, and Prada Paradise. They're off and pacing with Oak Rock Eldorado getting the first call. On the inside, Time Old Charmer is away quickly. They continue into that first turn. Time Old Charmer grabs the lead. Here comes Oak Rock Eldorado up on the outside second. Prince Adam in his final start gets away at the rail in 3. On the limb and caught out 4th as they make their way by the opening 8th and into the backstretch for time 1. There's Crafty Example. Then we go back to Dinger 2, and sitting at the back is Prada Paradise. They arrive at the opening quarter. Time Old Charmer shows the way out there 3/4 of a length. Parked to the outside, Oak Rock Eldorado is traveling second. In the pocket and in for a good journey, that's Prince Adam third. Followed inside 4th now by Dinger 2. Outside Crafty Example backing off in 5. And Prada Paradise is the 6th one. They arrive at the 3/8. 29-3 was the opening quarter. They're led off the top turn by Time Old Charmer. In for the Golden Journey is Prince Adam in the pocket second. Parking ticket goes to Oak Rock Eldorado, who's limbed on the outside in 3. At the rail, locked up, Dinger 2 is traveling 4th, out with cover, but parked every step is Crafty Example from 5. 6 to the outside goes Prada Paradise. Into the lower turn, they head now to the 5/8 after a half of a minute and 3/5 seconds. They're led to the backside by Time Old Charmer. Prince Adam is still there in the pocket second. Inside third is Dinger 2. Stalled outside, Oak Rock Eldorado is getting tired in 4. 5th inside, that is Prada Paradise on through the backstretch. Final time led to 3/4 by Time Old Charmer, and Time Old Charmer is opening up now by 3 as they arrive at the 3/4 mile mark. Gapping out is Prince Adam in the pocket second. Oak Rock Eldorado is still there on the outside. At the rail is Dinger 2. They race on over to the 7/8. Time Old Charmer clear now by 3.5. Prince Adam endeavoring to close the gap second. An 8th left to come as they continue off the top turn. 3/4 in 1:32. It is Time Old Charmer with an 8th left to come, leading it by 3. Prince Adam in his final start trying to close in second. Then on the outside third, that is Dinger 2, but it's Time Old Charmer, and Time Old Charmer will prevail in gate-to-wire fashion. Prince Adam finishing second in his final career start. Dinger 2 gets the show spot. Mile in 2:04 flat.
So Timeout Charmer is the horse that took no prisoners this time around for Bruce McGee. That's 2 in a row for that combination. Prince Adam in his final career start. Parimutuel Wise rode the 2-hole and finished a strong second there over number 3, Dinger 2. It's a 2, 1, and 3 unofficial try here on race number 2. Bruce McGee tucks the whip away after covering out fractions of 29-3, minute 3/5. They were down to the half quick. 1:32 and a mile of 2:04. Race favorite Oak Rock Eldorado. No love, no room at the inn for that one today. Still managed a decent 4th best finisher there for Romeo, that is. 2-1, 3-4, top 4 unofficial. Another value player showing up here in race number 2, Timeout Charmer, 2:04 over the good going with a variant of 2 seconds. He's on his way back for a winner's circle photo at Truro.
Now in victory lane, the second race winner, number 2, Time Old Charmer, 3-year-old Big Ellet, son of Sunshine Beach, owned by Paisley McCollum of Brookfield. Trained by Bernard McCullum and driven by Bruce McGean. Time Old Charmer in 2:04 flat. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could now draw your attention to Victory Lane as we honor the 14-year-olds who are facing early retirement. After 12 years of racing, Prince Adam, a 14-year-old son of real artists, a Quebec foaled out of the dam Let's Talk Turkey by Camlock. He's owned by Caitlin Wesley of Salmon River. Trained, driven mostly by Andy Campbell. He made 301 career starts in his lifetime, 44 first-place finishes, 43 seconds, and 42 third-place finishes, ending his career with $128,689. Prince Adam started his career at Rideau Carleton Raceway as a 2-year-old back on June 28th of 2012, and he was a winner on that occasion, pacing in 157-2. He took his lifetime mark at Charlottetown as a 7-year-old in 155-2. We congratulate Prince Adam making his final start here this afternoon on his 12-year racing career. Job well done, Prince Adam. Second race is official. 1 Prince Adam second, 2 Time Old Charmer the winner, 3 Dinger 2 third, 4 Oak Rock Eldorado fourth, 5 Crafty Example 6 was scratched, 7 Prada Paradise fifth. 29-3 the quarter, the half a minute 3/5, 3/4 in 132. Mile for Time Old Charmer 2:04. From the top 2-1-3, 4-6 scratched 5. 2-1-3 try and race 2, 114.80. 2-1 Exactor 55.70. Up next, the third race. First leg of the Pick 5. Carryover in the Pick 5 stands at $74, and there is a mandatory payout in today's Pick 5. Driver change in the third. Number 1, Glenview Ronda, make it Darren Crow. And scratched from the third race is number 4, Jack Flash is a gas. He is sick. Looking at the changes that would affect the Pick 5. No changes in the fourth race, race 5. Number 1, Sunny Billion, changing bridles, closed to Swedish blinds. Driver change in the 5th race. Number 6, Mighty Mouse, make it Andy Campbell. In race 6, number 1, Topper for Trade, make the driver Andy Campbell. And scratched from race 6 is number 7, Mitch Sick. And in the 7th race, number 3, American Risk has a bridle change, closed to open with side cheeks. Also a driver change on 3, American Risk. It will be Andy Campbell. Post time for today's 3rd race. First leg in the pick 5 in less than 7 minutes. After he's now on the track and on parade for today's 3rd race. And here is the Kevin Harvey Team Sales Post Parade. Number 1 is Glenview Rhonda, owned by Adam Johnson. Note the driver change to Darren Crow. Post 2 is 5th Estate. Ernie laughing up for Michelle Patrickin. Aries Aiden has post 3 on Donald Beaton and Adam Pond. Rodney Gillis out the lines. The 4 has been scratched. What can you say is the 5. Jamie Ramsey will drive for Pam Moore. Bob Samara owns number 6, Tory Time. Danny Romo in the sulky. And number 7 is Who's Your Father with Arden Mofford at the controls for Deborah Rankin. That's the field for race 3. 4 minutes to post time.
There we go. It's going to be Darren Crow now hopping on board the 1 Glenview Rhonda. I kind of liked her last time out. She got a bit bumpy, gated behind the gate and was sitting well back. Still recovered well to finish 4th. She actually covered back quarter in 29 seconds flat for some 2-minute speed with Greg Monroe on board. And today you get Darren Crow hopping on Glenview Rhonda right now, 8-5 second choice. And kind of like her to start up this pick 5 play. If you've never played a pick 5, today is the day to play it at Truro. It's the mandatory payout, meaning the pool will be paying out to any and all, selecting the top 5 finishers, even if nobody selects the top 5 winners from races 3 through 7. It could pay out on 4 of 5. It could pay out on 3 of 5, but the pool will be paying out. That's what it is. It's the mandatory pick 5 payoff today in Truro. It starts here in race number 3. Wouldn't recommending spending a whole lot of money, but it is taking some serious action. Well worth chasing after today with 3 minutes to go. Here's a look at number 3, RE's Aiden. Leaving from post 3 last time out, tried to wire up the field, just come up a little bit short in the end. Rod Gillis stays on the drive. An early speed threat indeed again. 2-minute speed is what he finished up with there last week. The 10-year-old son of Force of Life, likely to be on or near the lead once again this time around. 4-5. Favorite status currently for number 3, R.E.'s Aiden, Rodney Gillis. Again, the opening leg of this mandatory pick 5 play. Maybe one more to consider in here. Could be the 7, Who's Your Father, an outside chance for Arden Mofford. Nice final quarter on the end for this one last week to finish 5th with broken equipment. A long shot player maybe to find her way in to the triactor here for race number 3. Again, mandatory pick 5 play right here, dollar base. And likely looking at a pool. We'll call it probably $400 or so. So, you know what? Not a bad idea to take a shot of that mandatory payoff today. Again, does not have to be 5 of 5 to cash in. The most winners is where the pool will be paying off. This could pay out on 3 of 5 winners today. The pick 5 play. Dollar base, still time. Here's a veteran campaigner, Danny Romo, hopping on board Tory Time. Tory Time, decent account of himself last time out, finishing 3rd from off the pace. Quick final quarter speed for a mile of 2 minutes and change. A solid gate-to-wire winner. 3 back when drawing inside. It's an outside post today, so I don't see any early speed from Tory Time, but he could manage to get the upset in here. We've seen a few mild upsets in races 1 and 2. It could happen here for the 6. Tory Time, still time to wager on the mandatory payoff pick 5.
It's post time for the 3rd race. Entries are moving up behind the gate. Home Hardware Building Center starting it in motion for the 3rd. Third race, top of the stretch, Glenview Rhonda. Fifth estate, R.E.'s Aiden. What can you say? Tory time, and who's your father? Off stride at the rail there went Glenview Rhonda. From the outside, that's who's your father first off the wings of the gate. She drives up to take control as they race into that first turn. Away at the rail is a Fifth Estate second, followed out by R.E.'s Aiden in 3. Next in line is a tied up, what can you say, in 4. Looking at it from 5 is Tory Time. And the gatebreaker, Glenview Rhonda, is back and trailing the field as they continue into the backstretch. Single file fashion as they approach the opening quarter. Who's your father? Will dictate the early terms out there by a length and a quarter. Sitting in the garden spot, that's Fifth Estate second, followed by R.E.'s Aiden racing in 3. What can you say? Holds down the 4 spot. Tory Time peeks to the outside from 5 and still gapped out at the back is Glenview Rhonda. 30 seconds flat was the opening panel. They arrive at the 3/8. Who's your father? Continues to chart the path. He's unchallenged on the front end. Now here comes a challenger. Driving up on the outside, Tory Time. Now moves up, uncovered second. In the pocket third. Fifth Estate is content to follow along. Then inside, R.E.'s Aiden is still at the rail in 4. Outside, gap on the cover fifth is What Can You Say? And still trailing Glenview Rhonda into the lower turn. They head to the backside for the final time. Who's your father? Continues to be the boss as they race past the 5/8, the half in 101 flat. Tory Time tries it first over second. Inside, Fifth Estate is sitting in the pocket, locked up third. Then racing from forward within striking range is R.E.'s Aiden. Gapping out now is What Can You Say? From 5 to the outside. From 6 goes Glenview Rhonda. They arrive at 3/4. Tory Time inching in on the leader. Who's your father? As they head on now to the 7/8. They're in even terms up front inside. Who's your father? Trying to fend off the challenger. Tory Time on the outside in along the rail. That is Fifth Estate looking for room third. Outside in 4 is R.E.'s Aiden. They straighten out for the stretch drive. 1:30 and 4/3. It's still Who's Your Father? Inside Fifth Estate in the passing lane. On through the lane they come. Who's Your Father? Fifth Estate. Who's Your Father? Holds on to what it. Fifth Estate second, third. That is Tory Time. Mile 2:01 and 1/5.
A day of mild upsets continue at Truro. Here's the 7. Who's Your Father? From the outside gate. Going to the top and not looking back. Holding off Fifth Estate up the passing lane. Number 6, Tory Time. Gutsy effort to stay on for third. Number 3, R.E.'s Aiden fourth. And problems at the start again. Glenview Rhonda jumped it off well before the start. So here you go. The upset, it was on in the early going. Who's Your Father? Made it to the top and took on all comers. Winning here at 7-1. Second best, Fifth Estate at 7-1. Then you had Tory Time finishing third at 5-2. And the favorites are off the ticket here. R.E.'s Aiden, Glenview Rhonda took all the action in there and missed the triactor. So we're looking at a large triactor payoff, I would assume. And if you backed number 7, Who's Your Father, in that opening leg of the pick 5, you are on your way to a decent payout. I would not think number 7 would be on many pick 5 plays in that opening leg. On our way back for Winner's Circle photo, Who's Your Father after going downtown at Truro in 2:01 and 1.
Celebrating back in the winner's enclosure is the third race winner, number 7, Who's Your Father, 3-year-old bay filly by Cougar Hall. To the Brandon's Cowboy Dam, Carol Alice, Badabra Rankin of Sydney. Trained by Larry Snow and driven by Arden Moffat. Who's Your Father, pacing in 2:01 and 1/5. Here is the complete rundown from race 3. Number 1, Glenview Rhonda, 5th. 2/5 Estate was 2nd. 3 RE's Aiden finished 4th. 4 was scratched. 5, What Can You Say, 6th. 6, Tory Time, 3rd. 7, Who's Your Father was the winner. 30 seconds the quarter, the half 1:01, 3/4 and 1:30 and 4. Mile in 2:01 and 1/5 for Who's Your Father. Rechecking your programs from the top. 5-2-4, scratched 6-3-1. 7-2-6 try in race 3, $621.50. Exactors paid on the 7-all combinations, $44.50. And the early daily double, 2-7 combination, $1 ticket, $94.90. Fourth race is up next. No changes to report in the fourth race. Only 9 minutes left to wager. Final turn at the rail. Western Scott on the far outside. That is Prince Adam now closing in, and Prince Adam has taken over. Prince Adam, Dinger 2, Western Scott. Prince Adam up the
race past the 7/8 and off the top turn. 1:29 and 1/3. Dinger 2 at the rail. Prince Adam on the outside. They turn down the lane to the payoff. And to the outside, Prince Adam a little slight lead in the passing lane. Arizona Bucks. It's Prince Adam. Prince Adam, we're winning off the turn and straight now for the stretch drive, led home by Prince Adam. Godrow Machine is second up on the outside. Name Monster third, but Prince Adam will take the third.
field for the fourth race, now on the track. And here is the Kevin Harvey Team Sales Post Parade. From Post 1 is Lady in Paradise, owned by Dave Carey, Craig Carey, and Ron Garland. Craig Carey will do the driving. Rodney Gillis in charge of the two entry docks. Ron Henry, owned by Donald Beaton. Another of our 14-year-old retirees here this afternoon is number 3, Electric Sill, owned by Andrea Renison. Ryder Matthews Renison will do the driving. Ernie Laughlin will do the driving on 4, Lobel Bruiser, for Carey and Lois Saunders. I'm a Looker 2 has post 5 with Danny Romo up for Bob Samara. Glenn Hardy, Nathaniel Thompson, and the Hardy Mill Stable share ownership of the 6th entry. Vino Louis, Kenny Parker drives, and 7 Rangy's Game has Nellie McDonald driving this afternoon for owner Donna Wilson. 7 starters for the 4th race, 5 minutes to post.
Just about halfway through this 8-dash matinee Truro season finale, Kevin Harvey Team Sales Post Parade for race number 4. 5 minutes to post time. A heavy favorite right now, a top selection for many, number 6, Vino Louis. Vino Louis tries to make it 3 in a row. He's versatile enough. He won from off the pace 2 back, wired them up last time out. It's Kenny Parker Jr. staying on board here for trainer Anthony Stymist. Vino Louis. Heavy action here at 2 to 5. We have not seen a favorite show up in the winner's circle just yet. Kind of happens that way when the track is off a bit. We're racing over a good track. 2-second variant. Yet to see a favorite in the winner's circle. Could it be number 6, Vino Louis, for 3 in a row? We're going to find out in about 4 minutes. One more to think about in here, number 5, I'm a Looker 2. He's another versatile sort, does have that early speed factor, can rough it, can race from off the pace. Veteran teamster Danny Romo is back on board. I'm a Looker 2 here in the 4th. Here's the 4, Lobel Bruiser scoring down. Now, from what I've seen this afternoon in the first 3 races, you'd want to be up close. You'd maybe want to be roughing it on the outside. This is what Lobel Bruiser can do. A Lobel Bruiser, for me, right now is the best price on the tote board. He's been in the hunt in each of his last 4 outings. There's a win included there, 4 back. Doesn't mind racing over and off track. As mentioned, a good track with a 2-second variant today and a very sharp-looking Lobel Bruiser. The more I look at this race, the more I'm liking him, especially at a juicy 5 to 1. Still time. Ernie Laughlin, Lobel Bruiser. Let's go. And then there was Sill, old Electric Sill, the old man. Call him around the barn area, also affectionately known as Sill. Electric Sill, the 14-year-old son of Electric Stena, bred in Quebec, out for his final pari-mutuel start, a 51-time winner, Electric Sill. But a few of those victories, they did not come easy. Electric Sill with rider Matthews Renison on board for Andrea Renison. She's on the ownership line, George Renison Training. It's the family connections with Sill for his final pari-mutuel start, and he's sitting at 7-1. Starting car moves into position. There is still time. You're going to have to hurry, though. It's the fourth race up next. Hey, best of luck if you got through that opening leg of the Pick 5 play with a 7-1 upsetter. And who's your father?
Home Hardware Building Center starting gate moving up into position for the fourth race. It's post time. Race number 4 of the afternoon has Lady in Paradise, Doc's Ron Henry, Electric Sill, Lobel Bruiser, I'm a Looker 2, Vino Louis, and Reggie's Game. They're off and pacing away quickly. That's Doc's Ron Henry out in search of the early lead, and also driving up on the outside. That is Lobel Bruiser. Electric Stena crosses over to grab a seat at the rail, caught 3 high as they race on by the opening 8th and into the backstretch for time 1. And racing on to the opening quarter. That is Vino Louis as they race through the backstretch to the outside, and at the back of the field is Reggie's Game gapping out. They arrive at the opening quarter. Doc's Ron Henry is the leader as they continue on over to the 3/8. Parked on the outside, I'm a Looker 2 in the pocket as they travel on past that 3/8 station. And off the top turn, Lobel Bruiser, 28 seconds flat was the quarter. On through the stretch and taking over the lead is I'm a Looker 2, giving way to sit the pocket second. That is Doc's Ron Henry up on the outside and moving uncovered is Vino Louis third, followed by Lady in Paradise, who gets the second over toe into fourth. Fifth inside is Lobel Bruiser. Then back to the retiree, Electric Sill. And to the outside for the back goes Reggie's Game. They continue into the backstretch. Final time, the half, 57 1/5 second. Snappy half as they race through the backstretch. Final time, I'm a Looker 2, out there by 2. With the Doc's Ron Henry giving chase second. Outside stalled first over. Vino Louis is there third. Inside trapped at the rail is Lobel Bruiser fourth. 3 high. Here comes Lady in Paradise charging up. They continue on over to the 7/8, and I'm a Looker 2 is still there. A length and a half. Doc's Ron Henry. Vino Louis in the center is third. 3 high fourth. That is Lady in Paradise. And from the back, here comes Reggie's Game up to within striking range. Fanning out 4 wide for the stretch drive. 127 and 4 3/4. They turn for home. I'm a Looker 2 clings to the lead. Down the center of the track, that's Lady in Paradise now taking over. And Lady in Paradise will reach up, and Reggie's Game, one final move. It will be Lady in Paradise to win it. Reggie's Game and Vino Louis. Mile in 2 minutes, 1/5.
Great horse race. Any one of 7 into that final turn, and upset Sunday at Truro. Here's another. Number 1, Lady and Paradise. Craig Carey on board, circled up in the wide path. And the Free-Legged, daughter of Western Paradise, upsetting here in the 4th over 7. Reggie's Game, number 6, Vino Louis, staying on for 3rd. It appeared to be Electric Sill, maybe getting 4th there in his final pure mutual start. In a day of upsets, here's another. Number 1, Lady and Paradise, scoring for Team Carey, 1-7-6-3. They went through hot fractions. It's set up for the closers in here, 28 seconds flat over the good going. The half, 57 and 1. And then 127 and 4 for 3/4, and the pace collapsed. The final quarter, just 32 and 2 here. Again, it's set up for the closers. 2 minutes, 1/5 for the Free-Legged mare, Lady and Paradise. She's on her way back for a photo at Truro, 1-7-6-3, unofficial.
Back in the winner's enclosure, the 4th race winner, number 1, Lady in Paradise. She's a 6-year-old bay mare by Western Paradise out of the McArdle Dam, Lady McArdle. Owned by Dave Carey, Craig Carey, and Ron Garland. Trained by Dave Carey, driven today by Craig Carey. Lady in Paradise picking up her 2nd seasonal victory, 17th in her career. Pacing today in 2 minutes, 1/5. Now draw your attention down to Victory Lane as we honor one of our other 14-year-olds facing a mandatory retirement. That is Electric Sill down in Victory Lane. He's a Quebec-bred son of Electric Stena, who started his 12-year racing career back at Rito Carleton Raceway in 2010. Electric Sill made his maritime debut here in 2012. Over his career, he made 384 starts, winning on 51 occasions, was second to 49 times, and up for the show spot on 47 occasions. Lifetime earnings stand at $92,459. Owned by Andrea Renison of Truro and trained by George Renison. Santa Claus down to Victory Lane to offer his congratulations to retiree Electric Sill on a career well done. Race 4 is official. One Lady in Paradise was the winner. 2 Dr. On Henry 5th. 3 Electric Sill was 4th. 4 Nobel Bruiser 6. 5 Amalika 2 7. 6 Vino Louis 3rd. 7 Reggie's Game 2nd. 28 seconds the quarter. Half 57 and 1. 3 quarters and 127 and 4. Mile in 2 minutes 1/5. Top down 154.6732. 176 try in the fourth race. $278.20. The 17 exactor 66.80. Fifth race up next. Number 1 Sunny Billion. Bridle change closed to Swedish Blinds. And the 6 Mighty Mouse has a driver change. Make it Andy Campbell. Fifth race post in 7 minutes. There is the fifth race, Kevin Harvey Team Sales Post Parade. Number 1 is Sunny Billion. Bruce McGee will do the driving for the Won't Back Down stable. Leslie and Linda Parker, the owners of 2 Godrow Machine. Kenny Parker up. Greg Monroe sits behind the 3-entry Coot Cobbler for the Autumn Gold stable. Cyril Harvey is the owner. Robbie Smallwood will pot it from post 4. Lucy with Diamonds. From post 5 is Preceptor with Paul Langell up for Roseanne Langell. CC Stables Mighty Mouse has post 6. Note the driver change here to Andy Campbell. Arden Mofford Sr., the owner of 7 Sobel Bonnie, with Arden Mofford driving. Post time for the 5th race in 4 minutes.
So race number 4 produced another upset. It's actually the first race we saw this afternoon where a horse came from well off the pace. You're only going to see that today when they get down to the half. Very quick is what we saw in race number 4. Down to the half, 57-1. Back half and 3 there for the mile and 2 minutes and change over the good going. It is off about 2 seconds, say racing officials. Number 2, Godro Machine, is an early speed threat. I want to be picking horses today that are going to be on or near the lead from what I've seen in the first half of the program. 13-1 value player. Number 2, Godro Machine, is my top selection, and I'm sticking to it. Here's a little Mighty Mouse, sentimental favorite on my end. Loved her here in London, and she's done all right down around Truro. Very sharp winner, 2 back with Todd Trites hopping on board. Not much doing last time out, but now you've got Andy Campbell in the sulky here. Andy's done all right thus far from a couple of drives, first and second here in the early going, and he gets a shot aboard Mighty Mouse. I believe she's going to be heard from in here right now. A 5-1 value player for CC. Mighty Mouse, worth a look here to start the back half of the Truro matinee. And then there was the 4, Lucy. Lucy with Diamonds, the early speed threat I've mentioned. I'm going to want to be looking for horses that are going to be on or near the lead today. Lucy with Diamonds should be just that. It's going to be Rob Smallwood going back on board for the drive. I believe he's going to put her in play in the early going. Right now, she's offering at 3-1. There's Coop Cobbler. Coop Cobbler, great check getter. You look through the program lines and done all right. This Gray, 4-year-old son of Cougar Hall, 2-time winner this season, just missing. Last time out, expect it to be racing up close in this one. For sure, worth a look on the triactor, number 3, Coop Cobbler. Sonny Billion, Bruce McGeen stays on for the drive. He closed up sharply last time out. He was home in 30 flat. 5th place, 4th best finish in there. Bruce McGeen, we've seen in the winner's circle already today. I like the chances for Sonny Billion with a rail advantage. Doesn't have a whole lot of gate speed, but I could see him sitting in the front half of the field here as they go up to the quarter mile. There's Preceptor. Took all the early action in here. This 9-year-old son of Vintage Master. Maybe a bit of class relief here. Was a sharp winner 4 back when going all the way. That's where he does his best work, on the lead. I'm not sure he's going to get there today. Old Preceptor, 5-2 right now, a second choice. Wait to see the starting car getting set to move into position. Your final call for wagering here on race 5.
Fifth race entries are now in the hands of the starter. Home Hardware Building Center starting gate on the move. Fifth race has Sunny Billion, Godrow Machine, Coot Cobbler, Lucy with Diamonds, Preceptor, Mighty Mouse, and Sobble Bonnie. They are off and pacing here in the fifth with Lucy with Diamonds getting the first call. Away second, that is Godrow Machine as they travel into that first turn. Coot Cobbler will take attack third, followed out in 4 by Preceptor. Fifth and driving up on the outside, that is Mighty Mouse. Back to an unhurried Sunny Billion, who comes away in 6 in the early trailer. That is Sobble Bonnie. Onto the backside as they head to the opening quarter. Up to take over the lead now from the pocket. That is Godrow Machine, and she is the new leader as they arrive at the opening station, giving way Lucy with Diamonds. Will be content in the pocket. Coot Cobbler takes a look out of 3. And down at the rail in 4. We find Preceptor looking to the outside from 5. That is Mighty Mouse, who will step out uncovered. Then we go back to Sunny Billion, and still trailing. That is Sobble Bonnie. Opening panel was 30 seconds flat. They move off the turn and race into the stretch now as they near the half. And here comes Coot Cobbler driving up now, looking to take over from a Godrow Machine. And Coot Cobbler will clear the lead as they arrive at the midway point. That is Godrow Machine now sitting second inside. Lucy with Diamonds is third. Still uncovered outside fourth for Mighty Mouse. Preceptor inside from 5. Sunny Billion out and moving now from 6. And Sobble Bonnie can see them all as they continue into the backstretch. The half in 1:01 and 1/5 second. They're on their way to 3/4 and they're led by Coot Cobbler. A length and a half is the margin on the pocket sitting Godrow Machine. Trying it uncovered third. That is Mighty Mouse on the inside. Lucy with Diamonds looks at it from 4. Gap in the covered outside from 5. As they race past the 3/4 is Sunny Billion. Then we go back to Preceptor and still treading is Sobble Bonnie. They race on over now to the 7/8 and Coot Cobbler stretching the lead now to 2.5. Inside, that is Godrow Machine holding tough for second. Outside third, that is Mighty Mouse along the rail. Is Lucy with Diamonds racing in 4. 3 high from 5. Here comes Sunny Billion. 1:32 and 3/3 on through the stretch. They come, and it's Coot Cobbler drawing clear here in the 5th. And Coot Cobbler will win it. Finishing second is Godrow Machine. It's tight for third. It could be Mighty Mouse on the outside over Lucy with Diamonds. 2:03 and 4/5.
And we still can't get a favorite home. We can get value players in all day so far. 5 for 5. It's It's been value showing up in the winner's circle. Here's 3, Kook Cobbler. The winning move made at 3/8 completion here by Greg Monroe. It's another winner for Team Carey in Kook Cobbler, this great 4-year-old son of Cougar Hall, now a 3-time career winner. Easiest of winners here, on top by 4. Fractions of 30, 101, and 1. 132 and 3, the mile 2, 3, and 4. Kook Cobbler on top over the 2, Godrow Machine. It appeared number 6, Mighty Mouse. Went a big one to be 3rd for CC. Yes, indeed. It's a 3, 2, 6, and 4. Top 4. Unofficial. Kook Cobbler with the 6-1 mild upset here in the 5th. He's on his way back the gray for a winner's circle photo at Truro.
Kook Cobbler, the 5th race winner, now back in victory lane. He's a 4-year-old Great Gelet son of Cougar Hall out of the Estrellas Dam Plumbing Princess. Up at the Autumn Gold Stable of Sydney, Dave Carey with back-to-back training victories. Back-to-back driving victories for Greg Monroe. Kook Cobbler winning the 5th in 2:03 and 4/5. Race 5 is now official. 1 Sunny Billion was 6th. 2 Godrow Machine finished 2nd. 3 Kook Cobbler the winner. 4 Lucy with Diamonds finished 4th. 5 Preceptor 5th. 6 Mighty Mouse 3rd. 7 Sobble Body 7. 30 seconds the quarter. The half 101 and 1. 3 quarters and 132 and 3. And the mile for Kook Cobbler 2:03 and 4/5. Rechecking from the top. Your program should read 621-4537. 326 try in race 5, 311.60. 32 exactor, 25.20. Looking ahead to race 6, driver change for number 1, Topper for Trade, make it Andy Campbell. And 7, Mitch has been scratched sick. Race 6 scratched down to 6 starters with post time in 9 minutes. Now one parade of the starters in today's sixth race. And here is the Kevin Harvey Team Sales Post Parade. From Post 1 is Top of Her Trade, owned by Andrea Runnison. Note the driver change here to Andy Campbell. Arden Mofford will plot it from Post 2, Finer Things, owned by the Won't Say No stable. E.R. Quinn has Post 3, Ernie Laffin at the lines for the CC stables. Dana Ghetto and Susan McSween, co-owners of 4 Two-Tone Terror, Paul Angel up. The 5 is delayed in Post Parade. Here's the 6, Glenview Quintana. Rodney Gillis picks up the catch drive for Adam Johnson. The 7 has been scratched. And out shortly will be the 5, Whistling Cricket. Whistling Cricket's owned by Heather Getty, Gail Skelhorn, Margaret Hobson, and Gloria Carey. Greg Monroe will drive. Should be on the track momentarily. 5 minutes to post time for race 6.
And so it's 3 more to go at Truro. 4 minutes to post time here on the upcoming 6th race. My top selection, I'm going to stick to it here. Number 4, Two-Tone Terror. Huge winner last time out, using a quick final quarter of 28-1 to just jog over Truro in 1:58 flat. Two-Tone Terror, Paul Langille appears to have sewn up the driver's title for the 2022 season. Coming into today was 3 ahead of Crow, and does not appear Crow can make it up here. George Renison, leading trainer for the 2022 season. Paul Angil in the runner-up spot for that category, though he is the leading driver for wins. He takes the title for 2022 over Truro Raceway, and he gets a great shot here aboard number 4, Two-Tone Terror, in race number 6. The price is right, 3-1 currently. I'm on him. Another one to consider in this 6th race. It's going to be the one Top of Her Trade. Opened up as the favorite, is still the current favorite. I mentioned Andy Campbell, who had not been with us much this season over Truro Raceway. One of my favorite drivers from the 2021 season. He's been back with us this afternoon. He's having a pretty good run in the sulky. He gets a great shot aboard number 1, Top of Her Trade. Was the hot horse for the month of November. Top of Her Trade put on a great run there through November and now into December. She gets a rail advantage to work with for Team Renison, number 1, Top of Her Trade. Still faved at 3-4. It's been a great season, Truro Raceway. Lots of track records and even a match on a track record. Twinbee Tough Enough, 1:50-4 there. September 9th for the Age Pacers. Redland, Bethany, Jean. September 16th, 54-4. Was a track record for 2-year-old fillies. The 2-year-old colts, of course, Malignity, 1:54. Paul Angil on board. October 23rd. Then you had the Real Princess matching Woodmere Sky Rollers track record for 3-year-old fillies in 54-3. Corey McPherson was on there. That was earlier in the season, June 10th. And then the aged pacing mare, Ace 44 Dome. She got there in 1:52-3 for Jason, the Blue Knight Hughes, on July 23rd, a part of Atlantic Grand Circuit Week. So it's been a great run. The track crew has done a fabulous job maintaining the surface all season long to produce a number of track record performances. A little over a minute to play race number 6. It's 3 more to go at Truro. Some serious late action coming in now on number 3, E.R. Quinn, taking favorite status here at 4-5 for CC. That's leaving top of her trade 3-2, the 4, Two-Tone Terror at 7-2. Final call for wagers here on race number 6.
It's post time for race 6. Home Hardware Building Center starting gate is moving. Race number 6 on the program has top of her trade, Finer Things, E.R. Quinn, Two-Tone Terror, Whistling Cricket, and Glenview Quintella. They are off and pacing. Top of her trade down at the rail. Drives out to assume control as they continue on to the opening 8th. Backing off and taking a tuck is E.R. Quinn in the pocket second. Coming away third, that is Finer Things, followed by an unhurried Two-Tone Terror, who emerges in the 4 spot. Back in 5, that's Whistling Cricket, and the early treader is Glenview Quintella. Through the backstretch, single file, headed to the opening quarter. Top of her trade will show the way. Leads by a length and a quarter in the pocket. That is E.R. Quinn. Now closing that gap from 3 is Finer Things. Two-Tone Terror is holding down the 4 spot. Looking at it from 5, Whistling Cricket. She has 1 beaten. That is Glenview Quintella. No change in positions. 28-2 was the opening quarter. They make their way off the turn and into the stretch now as they approach the half. Top of her trade. Now to be pressured on the outside by the first over attacker. Here comes Two-Tone Terror. Staying in the pocket will be E.R. Quinn. That inside and staying at the rail in 4. That is Finer Things out with the cover. Whistling Cricket from 5, and the 6th one continues to be Glenview Quintella. into the turn. They head to the backside for the final time. 59 seconds was the half. It's still Top of Her Trade in control. E.R. Quinn in the pocket outside and working now to second. That is Two Tone Terror as they approach the three-quarters. Top of Her Trade. Two Tone Terror will now settle in at the rail second. E.R. Quinn has backed off a bit there in three. Inside fourth is Funner Things. Outside in five, Whistling Cricket. And still at the back is Glenview Quintetta. On to the 7/8 they head. Top of Her Trade. Back out now goes Two Tone Terror from the pocket. They arrive at the 7/8. It's Top of Her Trade. Two Tone Terror now within a neck on the outside. 129-1 was the three-quarters. They turn for home. Two Tone Terror the outside. Top of Her Trade trying to fight back at the rail. On through the stretch they come. Late move Glenview Quintetta on the outside. A Two Tone Terror up to win it. A late closing Glenview Quintetta looking to nose out Top of Her Trade for the place spot. The mile, 2 minutes, 3/5.
Some anxious moments here for Langeal with Two Tone Terror, grit grinding her way to another victory over Truro. Fast closing six, Glenview Quintana from last. Just missing here for Rod Gillis. 4, 6, 1, and 5. It's your top four unofficial. Top of Her Trade, race fave. Set fractions of 28-2, 59, 129-1, and the mile of 2 minutes, 3/5. Two Tone Terror, just enough to hold on here for leading driver 2022 season for wins over Truro, Paul Langeal. Again, it's a 4, 6, 1, and 5 top four unofficial.
Now in the winner's enclosure, the winner of race 6, number 4, Two Tone Terror, 5-year-old mare by Mystician, by Dana Ghetto of New Waterford and Susan McSween of River Ryan, trained and driven by Paul Angel. Two Tone Terror, pacing in 2 minutes and 3/5. Race 6 is official. 1 Top of Her Trade finished third. 2 Finer Things fifth. 3 E.R. Quinn sixth. 4 Two-Tone Terror the winner. 5 Whistling Cricket fourth. 6 Glenview Quintana was second, and 7 was scratched. 28 and 2 the quarter, half 59. 3 quarters and 129 and 1 the mile, 2 minutes 3/5. Top down 3-5-6, 1-4, 2 scratched. 461 try in race 6, $463.30. The 4-6 exactor, $103.10. Races 7 and 8 up next. The late daily double in the 7th race. Driver change, 3 American Risk. Make it Andy Campbell. Also with a bridle change is American Risk. Closed to open side cheeks. And in the 8th and final, driver change on 1, the General's Pride to Ryder Matthews Renison. And from race 8, scratched is number 6, Camco Willow. Post time for race 7 in 9 minutes. We can now draw your attention down to Victory Lane as we honor our 3rd retiree here this afternoon. As you can see, coming back under saddle here is Nay Monster. He's a 14-year-old son of Force of Life, bred here in Nova Scotia by the Salzburg Stables Incorporated. Now broken to saddle under the care of Claire Campbell. Nay Monster is enjoying his new career as a trail riding saddle horse. Down in Victory Lane as a racehorse, Nay Monster began his career back in 2010 here at Truro Raceway, and he made the majority of his starts here in Truro and all of his career starts here in the Maritimes. His final career start was also here at Truro on June 17th of this year. Over his 12-year racing career, he made 274 starts, winning on 37 occasions, 26 second-place finishes, and the show spot for 34 of his starts. Took his lifetime mark as a 7-year-old at Charlottetown in 155-1. Career earnings were $44,928. All of his career starts under the current owners, Arlene Gillis of Truro and the estate of Freddie Buffett of New Waterford. Down in Victory Lane, some of the drivers who drove Nay Monster over his career: Werner McCollum, Darren Crow, Greg Monroe, Robert Laffin, Paul Angel, and Ernie Laffin down in Victory Lane to congratulate Nay Monster on a successful racing career. We hope him all the best in his new career as a saddle trail ride horse. Congratulations, Nay Monster. Horses on the track for today's 7th. Here is the Kevin Harvey Team Sales Post Parade for race 7. Number 1 is Solid Silver. But Donald Beaton. Rodney Gillis does the driving. Darren Crow has the lines of number 2, Don't Ask Logan, for owners Andrea Renison, Basil Sherry, and Ian McDonald. Number 3 is American Risk, over the Risky Biz Group. Note the driver change here to Andy Campbell. And number 4 is Well Did. Paul D'Angelo will drive for the Well Did Horse Owners Club. 7th race post in less than 3 minutes.
This afternoon's feature, this afternoon's top class event, compact field of 4, though the quality is there with the likes of Solid Silver, Don't Ask Logan, American Risk, Well Did. American Risk. I'm looking for the Andy Campbell driving double here. We've had 6 races, 6 different winning drivers, and still yet to see the race favorite win. I mean, Two Tone Terror got there at 9-5, but the actual favorite in there was number 1, Top of Her Trade. So, again, it's been a while since we've gone 6 races on a card at Truro and have not seen the favorite show up in the winner's circle. It could be right here with number 3, American Risk. Put together a solid season, 10 victories, both in 21 and 22. American Risk for the Risky Biz Group. Trainer George Renison recruiting Andy Campbell on for the drive today. Switching things up to side rolls, I believe, as well. Side rolls go on to 3, American Risk here. Heavy favorite status. I do not see that changing as we near post time for the Truro feature. Number 1, Solid Silver, one to consider with that rail advantage, expected to be racing up close. I could see him setting up for the 2-hole ride here behind American Risk at 4-1. Rod Gillis has had a great season here into the fall and nearing Christmas. Rod Gillis, normally busy over at Inverness and Northside, and has spent some time at Truro this season. Great to see. And a great shot here aboard Solid Silver for Don Beatson. Outside chance for the 4, Well Did, going out for the Well Did Horse Owners Club of Lower Onslow, Nova Scotia. Paul Angel, training and driving, trying to come right back in here. The mild upset win from off the pace last time out. He was following up some pretty quick fractions in the early going. It could happen here again today for Well Did. Right now, a second choice at 6-5. Don't Ask Logan. Don't count him out. Another starter for Team Renison. Darren Crow stays on for the drive, followed up on the huge upset in the November Pacing Series final 2-back, where he scored from last at 22-1. He might be sitting last in here, but he's not going to be too far back, right, on this field of 4. Number 2, Don't Ask Logan, put together an 8-win season. And most of those victories right there at Truro. Darren Crow on board for Renison gets a shot with longest shot. Don't Ask Logan. Still time.
Name Monster pouring it on here for Langell. Off the top turn, bringing him on home. Name Monster has him by 7, maybe 8 lengths through the stretch, right down to the wire. He's all shut down, cooled out. It's Name Monster here in the 10th to win it.
3/4 in 126. They straighten out for the stretch drive, and they're all chasing Name Monster. It's Name Monster winning it easily here on the third race.
130 was the 3/4. They straighten out into the lane on the inside, and grabbing the lead is a Name Monster, and a Name Monster with the upset victory. Turn is Electric Sill. Second now Camco Willow. Real Big is pacing along in 3. Electric Express. It's 7th race post time. Starters moving in behind the home hardware building center starting gate. Featured 7th race, top of the stretch, has Solid Silver. Don't Ask Logan, American Risk, and Well Did. They are off and pacing. First off the wings is American Risk to grab the lead. Away second is Solid Silver. Don't Ask Logan. Backs off to take a seat in 3 in the 4th and trailing 1. That's Well Did. They make their way past the opening 8th, and American Risk shows the field on to the opening quarter out there by 2. With Solid Silver in pursuit second. Don't Ask Logan. Looks at it in the early going from 3, and still back there trailing in 4 is Well Did. No change in positions. They're still single file as the 4-horse field moves to the 3/8 now. American Risk now just by a length and a quarter. A tighter second is Solid Silver. Don't Ask Logan paces out the rail from 3, and Well Did still sits back there in the trailing 4th position. 29 and a 5th was the opening quarter. They swing off the turn into the stretch now as they near the half. American Risk and Solid Silver still the top pair as they arrive at the midway point. Don't Ask Logan is content to stay at the rail in 3, and Well Did. He is still 4th. Still no movement, and they're still in line as they race on to the 5/8. American Risk getting respect in the front end. Still shows the way as they continue on to the 3/4 mile mark. 59 and 4/5 seconds was the half. American Risk. Solid Silver is happy to follow along in the pocket now. Here comes Well Did, charging up uncovered in 3. And now back trailing 4th is Don't Ask Logan. They arrive at the 3/4, and Well Did now up to try American Risk as they head on over to the 7/8. Still inside is Solid Silver, pacing in 3, 4th. That is Don't Ask Logan. They race past the 7/8 now as they continue off the top turn. It's American Risk, a 3/4 length lead. Outside, Well Did is taking aim second. Into the stretch now for the final time. Well Did on the outside. American Risk at the rail is holding game, and it is American Risk holding off Well Did. Finishing 3rd is Solid Silver. Modern 158 and 3/5.
This afternoon's feature, producing our first driving double on the day, producing our first favorite as a winner, and it's American Risk. American Risk going downtown at Truro for his 11th victory on the season. American Risk firing home in 28-3. Well, did make things interesting, moving up from last to engage this leader in the final turn, but American Risk just had too much left to go on to victory at 2-5. A second choice, Well Did, finishing second. Then the one, Solid Silver, over to Don't Ask Logan, 3-4, 1 and 2. And again, it was American Risk sailing through fractions of 29-1, 59-4. 130, and again using that quick final quarter speed of 28-3 to win in 158-3 over the good going. And again, the racing officials allowed about 2 seconds for a variance, so really it's a 56-mile today for American Risk in the top class event. Our first favorite heading to the winner's circle, our first driving double on the day, goes to Andy Campbell. Congratulations.
Seventh race winner now back in victory lane. Number 3, American Risk, a 6-year-old gelded son of American Ideal, up with the Risky Viz group of Truro. Trained by George Renison, Andy Campbell picking up his second winning drive of the afternoon. American Risk winning for the 11th time in 26 seasonal starts. The mile in 158 3/5. Race 7 is official. 1 Solid Silver at third. 2 Don't Ask Logan fourth. 3 American Risk the winner. 4 Well Did second. 29-1 the quarter. Half 59-4. 3 quarters in 130. Mile in 158 3/5. Top down 3-4 1-2. 3-4-1 try in race 7. 1150. 3-4 exactor 750. And today's pick 5. 4 out of 5. It returned 137.20. Eighth and final up and coming. Number 1, the General's Pride. Driver change to Ryder Matthews Renison. And scratched lame is number 6, Camco Willow. Eighth and final in 10 minutes. Truro now coming out of the racetrack and parading for the final Kevin Harvey team sales post parade of the season. Number one of the field is the General's Pride of Andrea Runnison and Nick Fleming. Note the driver changed to Rodder Matthews Runnison. Greg Monroe does the driving on 2 Don't Stand in My Way for Zach Landry, Helen Landry, and Chuck O'Connor. Paul Treves, the owner of 3 Salzburg Flicka, Darren Crow up. From post 4 is at the helm. Andy Campbell will steer for Pam Moore and Blair Saunders. Jamie Ramsey picks up the drive on 5 Kidham Image for owner Calvin Eisner. 6 is scratched. Go With It completes the field. He's number 7, Gordy McCabe owns, and Ernie Laughlin drives. That's the 8th race field, 5 minutes to post.
There you have it. One final post parade for the 2022 season. Truro Raceway, sponsored by Kevin Harvey Team Sales. Thanking Kevin Harvey and his team for the sponsorship of Truro Raceway's post parades throughout the 2022 2022 season. 5 minutes to post time on the 8th and final, the curtain closer for the 2022 season at Truro Raceway. Top selection, I'll stick to it here. Number 5, Kidam Image. Second best effort last time out, 58 and change. Final quarter, clocked up in 28 and change. You look through the program lines, there's nothing in here showing that kind of speed. Kidam Image with Jamie Ramsey. Catch driving today, offering at a nice price, 12 to 1. Seen some great prices all day. It took 7 races to see a favorite in the winner's circle today. 4 minutes to post time on the season finale. Number 3, Salzbrook Flicka, another one to think about. She does her best work when on or near the lead. Got some 2-minute speed in each of her last 2. And Darren Crow gets along with this daughter of Shadow Play right now. A decent price, 6 to 1. Down to your final call for wagers here on this 8th and final on the season at Truro Raceway. Getting a look at 1, the General's Pride. Heavy favorite status here. Ryder Matthews Redison catch driving. Gets that rail advantage to work with. The heavy action continuing here on the General's Pride with 2 minutes to post time. And at this time, I'd like to just say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all those who have raced and played at Truro Raceway this season. I've had a wonderful time doing the commentary for Truro Raceway on behalf of Universal Media Inc. And again, hope to catch up with you and do it all again in 2023. It's been a great time for me on my end, and made some wonderful friends over the past couple of seasons around Truro Raceway. It truly feels like home when I visit there. Starting car moves into position one last time on the 2022 racing season, Truro Raceway. Favorite continues to be number one, the General's Pride, here at 7-5.
It's post time for the 8th and final. Home Hardware Building Center starting gate moves up. Final dash of the season, top of the stretch. The General's Pride, Don't Stand in My Way. Salzburg Flicka at the helm. Kid him image and go with it. They're off and pacing. Don't Stand in My Way away quickly, looking for the early lead as they enter the first turn. Outside a second, that is Salzburg Flicka. And up on the far outside is Kid him image. Looking for a good early spot on the inside. This is the General's Pride, who comes away in fourth. Fifth down at the rail. That is out the helm, and the early trailer is Go With It. Into the backstretch, they head to the opening quarter. Don't Stand in My Way charts the path. Out there a length and a half. Parked and moving up on the outside. Kid him image is now second in the pocket. Salzburg Flicka is looking at it from three. The General's Pride holds down the four spot. Back in five is at the helm, and still trailing is Go With It. They're midway around the upper turn after an opening panel of 29 and 2/5 seconds. It's Don't Stand in My Way. Continue to show the way. Outside, going the long route. Kid him image, parked out second in the pocket. Getting the trip in three. That's Salzburg Flicka. Out second over now is at the helm, traveling fourth. Fifth inside and shuffle back. The General's Pride out and moving from sixth. That is Go With It. 3 in, 3 out as they enter the lower turn. On their way down to the backstretch for the final time. Don't Stand in My Way is still the boss. 3/4 length lead. Outside, that is Kid him image, hanging tough second. Down to the inside, locked in the box. Salzburg Flicka is third. Well spotted, second over in four. That is at the helm, fifth inside. Nowhere to go for the General's Pride, and Go With It is still at the back. 59 and 3 was the half. They arrive at 3/4. Kid him image on the outside, now sticking ahead in front as the field heads to the 7/8. Inside, Don't Stand in My Way, dropping back to second. At the helm in the 3 wide path is now racing in a 2 in the center. That is Salzburg Flicka now finding room. They race past the 7/8 and off the top turn. Led into the lane by Kid him image, but here comes Salzburg Flicka up on the outside. 3/4 in 1:30 and 3. They turn for home. On the inside is Kid him image, outside Salzburg Flicka. It's Kid him image and Salzburg Flicka right down to the line. And it's close. Salzburg Flicka may have won it over Kid him image. Third is Go With It. Mile paced in 2:02 and 2/5.
It'll take a win photo to decide the season finale over Truro. It appeared to be number 3, Salzbrook Flicka, getting up over the 5. Kidham Image, long shot, extreme long shot. Number 7, Go With It from last, appears to come on for third. It could be the 3, 5, 7 top 4 unofficial. They got through fractions of 29 and 2, 59 and 3, 130 and 3. It's going to be a mile of 2:02 and 2 for the eventual winner. Again, a win photo needed to decide the season finale, and it appears to go to number 3, Salzbrook Flicka. Yes, indeed, a 3, 5, 7, 4 top 4 unofficial. That's going to wrap it up on my end, as we await Salzbrook Flicka for the winner's circle. We'll let Joe Kelly, track announcer Joe Kelly, who does a fabulous job, he'll close out the show today. And again, I'm Sugar Doyle from London on behalf of Universal Media Inc. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year all.
Eighth race winner now back in victory lane, number 3, Salzbrook Flicka, an 8-year-old mare by Shuttle Play. Owned and trained by Paul Trez. Darren Crow, the winning driver. Salzbrook Flicka winning the finale in 2:02 and 3/5. Race 8 is official. Won the General's Pride 5th. 2 Don't Stand in My Way 6. 3 Salzbrook Flicka the winner. 4 Out the Helm 4th. 5 Kidham Image 2nd. 6 was scratched. 7 Go With It finished 3rd. Quarter 29 and 2. Half 59 and 3. 3/4 and 130 and 3 in the mile 2:02 and 3. Top down, your card is 5-6-1. 4-2 scratched. 3 on the bottom. Eighth race try, 3-5-7 combination, $490, 10 cents. 3-5 exactor, $13.50. Late double, 3-3. It returned $14.40. That wraps up the 2022 racing season here at Truro Raceway. We would like to thank you for your patronage during the year. And on behalf of the management, staff, horsemen, and women here at Truro Raceway, we would like to wish everyone a Merry and a safe Christmas and all the best in the new year.